my fellow movie lovers. So today's review is of Just Mercy. Just Mercy follows lawyer Bryan Stevenson, who heads down to Alabama to defend those wrongly condemned or those who just can't afford proper representation. One of his first cases is that of Walter McMillian, a black man sentenced to death in 1987 for the murder of an 18-year-old white girl.
You don't know what you're into down here in Alabama when you're guilty from the moment you're born.
God. Mr. McMillian. We done here. Mr. McMillian, please.
Just Mercy tells the story of Walter and Bryan in a quiet way but full of facts and disbelief.
Tell me everything that happened.
I'm always here for a race conversation, especially when people say there's no such thing as racism in 2020. And although this case was as recent as 1987, lawyer Bryan Stevenson says this still occurs every day now, which is not surprising.
When people care about a thing that much, they'll do anything to get what they want.
When I first learned about all this, it was like looking at a river full of drowning people and not having any way of helping them.
For me, what makes this an uncomfortable watch is the exposing of the vulnerability of the black person in America.
I know what it's like to be in the shadows. It's my dad. He did nothing wrong. It's never too late for justice.
Michael B. Jordan brought this story forward to be told, and I have to say I'm guilty. I'm guilty for not knowing who Bryan Stevenson is, and even more guilty for not knowing Walter's story.
The first time I visited death row, I wasn't expecting to meet somebody the same age as me. From a neighborhood just like ours. Could have been me, Mama.
But what you're doing is gonna make a lot of people upset.
Just Mercy raises some serious important questions about death row and the American justice system.
I was just about to give up when I got a call from a Harvard lawyer looking to start a legal center for inmates on death row. I was in before he even offered me the job.
The performances from Michael, Jamie and Bree are controlled but effective. Lovely cinematography that makes you feel that you are part of the scene. For example, in the courtroom, or when Bryan gets pulled over by the police, and I swear to God I was not breathing. I literally felt that like sickening feeling.
If you go digging in those wounds, you're gonna be making a lot of people very unhappy.
So many impressionable scenes from Just Mercy, one of which being when Bryan is driving into Alabama and he drives past like this all black inmates in the field, and it's just so reminiscent, whether it's intentional or unintentional by the director, of enslaved black people picking cotton. And it was just very interesting visually to see, and I felt like that's what they were trying to compare the two, and just saying it, just because it's not, you know, slavery doesn't mean they haven't found another way to enslave black people.
I know what it's like to be in the shadows. It's my dad. He did nothing wrong. It's never too late for justice.
So many heartbreaking visuals, and in particular the one at the end in the courtroom had me bawling. I was crying like literally a baby.
You're the only one kid enough to fight for me.
When you look at the stats and they're really broken down, I think even the most ignorant person can't argue.
1 in 3 black babies will end up in jail. Black defendants are 11 times more likely to get the death penalty than white ones. It's infuriating.
Just Mercy is such an important film for everybody to watch, for everyone to take accountability and to check their biases, and also to have those uncomfortable conversations that everyone tries to avoid. But most importantly, to celebrate heroes like Bryan Stevenson.
We all need grace. We all need mercy.
So for all of those reasons, I give Just Mercy an R&R rating of 7.5 out of 10. Do let me know if you were touched by this moving story. As always, thank you for watching. Hello my fellow movie lovers. So today's review is of my most anticipated movie,